Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this lecture we will discuss the summary of the play The Duchess of Malfi written by John Webster. This play takes place in Italy and the story revolves around three siblings, two brothers and one sister. The Duchess of Malfi, Malfi is the name of a town, uh, and there is a girl who is ruling that town, who is the ruler of that town. You can say a princess of the town, the one who is governing the town. She is young and she has become widow and she does not have any children from her deceased husband. Now the problem between these three siblings, the sister and the two brothers, her two brothers are the Cardinal and Duke Ferdinand. Both the brothers, they want their sister not to marry again because they believe that if she marries again, it will not bring respect and honor to the family. And if she does not marry, they will talk about it. People will come to know about the nobility of the family, and people will talk about the purity of the family. That once the girl was widow, she never married again. So they wanted to cash it as a political stunt. Second was their corrupt minds. They want her not to marry because if she doesn't marry, she doesn't produce children, she doesn't have family, definitely all her property and position, it will go to the brothers. So in the whole play, both the play the revolves around one thing. They do not want her to marry, but she wants to marry. In front of them, when they ask her that you should not marry, she agrees before them, and she says that okay, I will not marry. But as they are gone, she tells her maid and close friend, Carola, and she tells her that although she has admitted before the brothers that she will not marry again, but actually she will marry in secret. She will not tell anyone, but she will marry. Why she is saying that she will marry? Because she is already having an affair with Antonio. Antonio and the Duchess, both of them, they love each other. Antonio is, you can say, steward, a servant of the Duchess. Both of them, they are in love and they want to marry. And she has told her maid that she will marry, and both of them, they secretly married. Now, before that, before their marriage, Antonio, he was talking to his best friend Delio, and he tells Delio that this Duchess is a good person, she is very good, but both her brothers, both of them, they pretend to be good with their sister, but actually they are not good. Their intentions are not good, and they want to do some damage to the Duchess. Now, 9 months have been passed since they are married, and the Duchess, she was pregnant. Now, in the ninth month, the signs of the pregnancy, they were quite apparent and visible to everyone. Before that, uh, once they married, at that time, before their marriage, the one person named Bisola, who is a criminal minded person, and he was employee of one of her brothers, the cardinal, the Duke Ferdinand, he hires him because he works for money, Basola, and he tells him that he will be paid for becoming a secret agent to the Duchess. So he will inform about everything what is happening in the palace of Malfi. The purpose of hiring him as a spy was to keep an eye on the Duchess so that she does not marry again. But she has married. Now 9 months have been passed. Busola is there and he is having lot of doubt, and he thinks that although this Duchess, she is trying to hide her pregnancy, but he believes that this Busola believes that she is pregnant and she is having a husband. Now he wants a proof of it. So he gives apricot, a fruit, to the Duchess to eat. And the reason behind giving this fruit was that once the pregnant lady, she eats apricot, according to him, the labor pain starts. So as she ate those apricots, she started feeling labor pain. Now he became more doubtful, but she has still hidden the secret that she is going to give birth to a baby. She has hidden it from all the servants, from everyone. Only her husband knows and her maid knows. In the meanwhile, Antonio, he comes to Basola and he says that probably the apricot which you have given to the Duchess, there was poison inside it, because uh, probably it is the side effect of the poison she is suffering through the pain. Basola says that there is nothing like that. The apricot which he has given, it's a simple fruit and it does not carry any poison or any other harmful material. While they were having argument and they were fighting with each other, one document was dropped from the pocket of Antonio. And that document was, you can say, a manual ultrasound of the baby. Nowadays we have ultrasound machines, but at that time that manual horoscope of the baby. So that was a proof in the hands of Basola that now he has finally, his doubt is materialized. Now he is sure that she is pregnant. So he sends the horoscope to both the brothers. The brothers, when they come to know and they look at the horoscope, they become very much angry and infuriated that why their sister has married in secret, or who is the father of the baby, because they did not want her to marry. Now, before taking any action against their sister, they thought that first of all they should try to search the husband. So they asked Basola to keep a close eye on the Duchess so that they may find who is the husband. Now, 3 or 4 years more have been passed, and in these 3 4 years, she has produced two more children of Antonio. Still, no one knows that who is the husband. She comes to know uh, her brother, Duke Ferdinand. He enters into the palace of the Duchess. He tells her that she has brought lot of defame to the family. She has spotted the family. She must not have produced children, and he says that he knows that she is married, but he doesn't know who is the husband. And he says that it is better for the Duchess to commit suicide. He gives the knife to her that it's better for her, out of honor, you should commit suicide instead of living this defamed life, the defame which you have brought to the family. And he goes back. Now, the Duchess, she is much aware that her brothers, they may kill Antonio once they come to know that he is the husband of the Duchess. So she announces publicly that Antonio is not a good servant. He does not follow the orders. So she orders him, being the ruler of the Malfi, she orders Antonio to leave the country. With the planning, both of them, Duchess and Antonio, both of them, they makes this plan that it's the better way. They make the plan that it's one of the best way to avoid such problem, to save Antonio. So Antonio and the eldest son of Antonio and Duchess, they are gone out of the state to an unknown place so that they can live, they can spend their lives safe from the brothers, from the anger of the brothers. Now, once she had exiled Antonio, Basola comes to the Duchess and he tells her, because he doesn't know that Antonio is the husband and it was a pre-planned exile by the Duchess and Antonio. So he goes to the Duchess and he tells the Duchess that Antonio is a good man. He always performs his duties in an excellent manner. He is a good servant. He is obedient. So whatever the allegations she has leveled against Antonio, they are not valid allegations. When she listens some good words about Antonio from Basola, she tells the secret to Basola. She says that actually it was a pre-planned exile. What I have ordered, Antonio knows about it very well, and she tells Basola that it is Antonio who is her husband. Now Basola, who was a professional, he comes to know that it is Antonio. He tells both the brothers, Ferdinand and the Cardinal, that it is Antonio who is the husband. So they try to find out Antonio and they sends a message to Antonio that he should meet the Cardinal. for some table talk, for some reconciliation. But Antonio, who knows the nature of both the brothers, he refuses. He thinks that it may be a plan by the brothers and they may kill him or they may do some damage to him, so it's better not to meet them. In the meanwhile, Basola, the girl Julia, she was uh, the cardinal, the brother of the Duchess. He was having an affair with Julia, but Julia was having affair with the cardinal. But later on, she was attracted towards Basola. Now she was having affair with Basola, but the cardinal, he doesn't know about it. Now Basola, he says that it is the best way to take some confessional statement and some evidence from the cardinal to take more money. So he convinces Julia to go to the cardinal and takes a confessional statement so that they can blackmail cardinal for money, apparently. So Julia, she goes to the cardinal, and cardinal, out of anger, he explains everything, all the plans, all the conspiracies, all the murders, everything he admits. While talking to Julia, he gives a book to Julia, and that book carries some harmful material that if someone touches it, kisses the book, the person will die. So he forces Julia to kiss the book. She kisses the book and she dies. Now Bussola has seen this murder of Julia. He tells Cardinal that he has this confessional statement of him and he has seen him killing the girl Julia. So he should give him more money. Apparently, he is demanding money from Cardinal, but what actually he wants, he uh, actually he is telling his purpose was not to get money. His purpose was to take revenge of Julia, but more than that, his purpose was to save Antonio from both the brothers because he has been part of it and he never wanted to do the job of this secret agent, the spy in the palace of the Duchess, but he was following the orders. Now, this person, Cardinal, Duke Ferdinand, the brother of Duchess, he is much more involved into it, and he has said to the Duchess that he will never see her face again. Now he has started suffering from a disease, lycopathia, some medical term, a disease in which hallucination catches a man, or he starts behaving awkwardly, and he starts even uh, starts fighting with his own shadow, like a kind of a madness prevails his mind. So when that madness prevails his mind, he was not in his senses. So he started fighting and he started feeling the guilt. Now the reason is why this Duke Ferdinand, he became mad and he started feeling guilt. The guilt was that he has killed his own sister, the Duchess, and her children too. Now what he did, he convinces Basola. He enters into the palace when once you know that it is Antonio who is her husband, and Basola, he comes to the Duchess and he tells her that some killers, they have been sent and she will be dead. But she doesn't care about it. She probably thought that he is not serious about what he is saying. But soon the murderers, they enter and she was killed. But in the before she was killed, Duke Ferdinand, her brother, he comes into the palace because he has already promised her that he will not see her face. So, in a curtain, in darkness, he talks to her and he again tries to curse her and to say her that whatever she has done, it was never good for the family and it is better for her to die. Busola follows the order and he kills the Duchess. And the dead when the Ferdinand, Duke Ferdinand, he looks at the dead body of her sister, the Duchess, he suddenly started feeling the guilt, and he started thinking that he never wanted to kill her. And he also curses Basola that why have you followed my order, or why have you killed her? But it was not the fault of Basola. Whatever the orders were given by the employer, he has followed. Now he started feeling that guilt, and out of that guilt, he started behaving like a madman. Now in Antonio, who is in the city of Milan, he has moved to city in another city of Milan, state of Milan, a state of Italy. The name of the state is Milan. He's there. He doesn't know that what has happened to his wife, Duchess, and what has happened to his children, that they are dead. Now, uh, but when he starts feeling it, and Antonio, when he comes to know that his wife and his children, they are dead, so he comes into the palace. He comes into the palace of the Duchess, putting his life into danger. And at that time, the cardinal, the Duchess is dead, Ferdinand is mad, and the cardinal, the second brother of the Duchess, he orders his servants that do not let anyone to enter into his bedroom. Whether he cries, whether he yells, whatever happens, no one will enter into his room. He has given orders. Now, when they enter into the room of the cardinal, this Basola, he knows that he has given the orders. So before that, this Antonio, he entered into the palace. Ferdinand was there, and there was a fight. In the darkness, Basola accidentally he stabs Antonio, and Antonio dies. And Basola feels that guilt. He has killed Antonio, although he was trying to save him. And in the meanwhile, Ferdinand was also killed, and two times Basola was also stabbed by Ferdinand, because everyone was fighting with everyone. So Basola was injured badly, Ferdinand was injured, he was dead. Now at this time, Duchess is dead, Antonio is dead, Ferdinand is dead, and Basola is about to die. Now he starts fighting with Cardinal Basola. Now Cardinal, he starts shouting. He start calling for help to his servants, to his army, to his soldiers, but no one enters into the bedroom, because he has already given orders that no one will enter into his bedroom, whatever happens. So Basola, he kills the cardinal, and he dies too. Now all the characters were dead except the two children. The eldest child, who was gone out with Antonio, the eldest child of Duchess and Antonio, and one of his servants, his friend Delio. Now, at the end of the play, Delio, he brings the child of Antonio, and he says that he will do everything for the son of Antonio, and try to give every position and property inheritance to the son of Antonio, and the play ends.